Hey guys, welcome back to 3 Generations Restoration. We're back on the Farmall 300 today. It'll be kind of a short video. We're going to finish up the tear down. Goal for today is to get all the pistons out. So we're going to start with draining the oil. We're going to take the pan off. You're going to kind of see the damage that was done from when we ripped the front end off of this thing. Once the pan's off, we'll unbolt the rods. We'll pop the pistons out and kind of show you guys what went wrong and why we're doing all this. So let's go ahead and get started. So you guys can kind of see the damage that was done from when this thing hit the ground. We'll probably be able to fix that when it's off. Got an inch and an eighth wrench. Ooh. Hey.
Now it's moving
The whole pan.
Be careful.
All right, I got a socket because the wrench was tweaking the pan. So hopefully this takes it off. You can start going there. There it is. Now I should be able to do the rest with my fingers. Yep. So get this out of here. It looks like there's some water in here. Look at that. Water. Water mixed with oil. Now it's mostly oil. Probably a little acetone, ATF in there as well. Stuff we use to free up the engine. So we'll let that drain for a little bit, and while it's draining, I'll get all these bolts out. We got the thing already ready to go, so I'll get the ratchet and we'll start buzzing bolts out. All right, so we got a 1/2-inch socket on the air gun. We're gonna take all these bolts out.
I'm gonna go get a container.
Yeah. All right, so we got all the bolts to get out. I started, but we had to do something.
Last one.
All right, here's the last one. I got a bolt left in just so it'll stay.
That one's there. Oh, you got it?
Yeah. All right. Time for the oil pan to come down.
It's gonna come out of this plug if you tip that plug, or have that plug out. You want to leave if you had that plug out, you could drain the rest of the oil. There you go.
A little bit of sludge at the bottom, as you can see. We'll clean out. But overall, it doesn't look too bad down here. So, look at all that sludge in there, though. Pretty thick. Set this here.
And the light up in here.
All right, there's all of our rods. Looks like they got clips that hold them on that we will have to bang in. Those look like 9/16. So we'll rotate the engine a certain way to get each spot easy access. We'll start buzzing our rods off though, so let's go ahead and get started.
Going on here.
All right, so we took a chisel, we chiseled back the little keepers here, that you can see. We're starting with cylinder 3, just because they're all the way down. So we're gonna loosen these up. I gotta get a good spot here to get this loose. Okay, there we go. And then get these two loose, give it a little tap. Kind of loosen up the...
You gotta get the bearing to loosen up a little. Leave those in and just tap the... face under.
Okay. All right, so we got the number 2 cylinder loose. I'm just taking the bolt out right now, because then I gotta kind of wiggle it out. They're pretty tight in there, which is a good sign. All right, there's the last bolt. All right. There you go.
Ready?
Yep, I got it. All right, here's number 2.
Hand it to me.
Doesn't look too bad.
I'm just going
you ain't working if you ain't bleeding. I kind of got cut. But just a note, you want to make sure that your caps are gonna go on the same exact way. And these bearings actually don't look bad. This has a little scratch in it. But you can see here that this actually has the number of what cylinder it is, 3 and 2. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pop the pistons out. And
okay, let's see.
all right, so we're gonna go ahead and push the piston out now.
All right. You're up. Flush.
Ready?
Yeah. There it comes. You're out about a half. All right, I'd come up here if you want. Pull it out.
All right. So you guys want to make sure
Remember
that
the same way.
your piston is the same way, and just by looking at it, every single piston ring is stuck. So I'm glad we did this. So we're going to want to take this, make sure that you're the right way, even though these both all say which way is front. But we're going to take this and keep it like this. And this is the number
3.
This is 3, okay. So we want, if this, okay, yeah, we got to change this. So if this is toward the front of the engine, I have to swap these around. All right, there we go. Now we're set. But look at this, guys. Stuck, 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 stuck. And I don't, are those rings up there too? Looks like it, yeah. Slow but sure. Is it going?
Yeah, you got another inch just to get flush.
All right, hold on. Let me adjust with the hammer.
Now you're flush.
All right. Am I out?
You are, nope, a little more. Okay. Which one was the one we suspected was not wiping?
This one.
Okay, because these rings here don't look bad.
All right, so here's a good example of good rings. These ones are all free. And if you kind of remember, this cylinder was good and this one was bad. That's why we kind of suspected. So once again, take it out. You're spilling oil everywhere. Make sure you put your piston the way it came. All right. Okay, so I just repeated the process on cylinder 4 for taking the rod bearing off. I just, hit the little hold down tabs and then unbolted the rod cap. We'll go ahead and hit this one out now. Whoop. Hold on, I'm getting back here. Gotta be getting there.
More.
A little more?
Yep. Okay.
All right. This one looks good too. Go ahead and take this off and we'll set it on the table. So this is
What, the wooden ones?
the rubber one might be good here. Coming?
Yeah.
I think I got a couple oil droplets on my face. But here's the last piston. All the rings are good. So go ahead and put this on the table. And then
Got the bolts.
we're gonna, yeah, I'll get the bolts real quick. Now, I'm going to leave this one off. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to slide one of these bearings out if it'll go. Because we're going to need to get the number off of it. That one isn't going, but this one is. So these are the numbers here on the rod bearings. 10, 73, FM, IH, 0.002 US, 357-992-R1, L-200. So this is actually undersized. So this part number we should be able to get. So these bearings you can kind of see here have a
How'd
good...
that come out? Was it facing here?
Yeah, it only goes in one way. And this bearing only goes in one way. You can see the little notch here that'll grab with this notch right here. And we'll kind of show you when we get ready to put it back in. But yeah, so it looks like these are undersized bearings, which means I think that's what these are. Either that or they're standard. But this engine's had some work done to it before, obviously, so we're going to have to go ahead and order these. We're going to have to go ahead and order rings. And just looking at this, I don't know if you guys can see it right now, but we have three, looks like a different piston ring here than the rest. So I have a feeling somebody slapped a ring set in this piston here. You can kind of tell the difference between these three and this one here. Somebody slapped just one cylinder ring kit in. I don't know why you would do that. I mean, some people probably would. But if you got an engine completely open, you might as well just do all of them. So, but yeah, right here, this is a prime example of stuck piston rings. I'm really glad we took this engine apart because this engine would have smoked and we would have had to take it all apart. Next step, we are going to, yeah, I probably got stuff all over my face right now. You can kind of see a little oil dripping down. I don't care. We're working. We're bloody. But next step with this tractor, we are going to get some new rings. We're going to order them online. New bearings, because we don't really believe here in reusing bearings. Once you take them out, you got to really do it right. And then over here, we got our valves that were stuck before. That one's free, that one's free, that one's free, and these two are free. These three are moving, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna free them up good. I'm gonna take them out and I'm gonna lap them. So we're dang sure that they seal, and once that's good, we'll get our gasket set in and we should be good to go. And we do have to get unfortunately, we have to get a $500 radiator probably for this thing. Let's walk back here a second. In the past video I mentioned it, but here's the radiator that is off of the tractor. We had to do this unfortunately because we pulled the front end off. Very bad mistake. And the steering rod bent inside the radiator. There's no way to get it out. We had to cut it out, so just some bad luck on this tractor, but it is what it is sometimes. So so yeah, I think we'll call this an episode. Kind of a short one, but at least we got some stuff done. So yeah, stay tuned for more. I think the next video we'll start putting this thing back together, or maybe you guys will hear a first run of this thing. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more.